Hey, you sons of bitches. It's Spartacus.
And Honeybee.
And we're reporting on May 3rd and May 5th fight nights.
Yeah, this was an exciting night. We gathered together first. We all got together over at the Rhodes train station on Friday, May 3rd. And you know those nights, champs aren't allowed to fight. However, we were there to watch it and to ref. And so we all gathered up here and we rode out to Valentine.
Yeah, so imagine this. There was 25 fighters plus the champs and me who was reffing. It was great. There was about 30 riders all riding together. It was epic. I loved it. And then we went to the saloon and took one of my favorite pictures in Red Dead of all time. I posted it on the club, and it's also my background right now. Look at us. Look at this crew.
And how organized and how well behaved you guys
yeah,
are.
I showed up and it was already
much.
Everybody was already in position. It was like epic. I loved
people aiming their guns.
So I took that picture and it's on the club if you guys want to see it. And so we ended up fighting in the corral because the intention at first was to fight in the streets. But with the traffic of the wagons and everything,
and then
we figured, you know what, it slowed down the process. But in the corral like this, we were able to have 2 fights going on at one time and go through the evening like that. So it was awesome. I really liked that venue.
It was running really smooth. I love when we run 2 fights at the same time because it does move that first bracket along, right? Like it moves us along quickly, efficiently. People pay attention more. You guys, I have to say thanks again. Like when you guys listen to your names and you jump right away immediately into the ring, it makes my heart flutter.
Yeah, well, the event goes smoothly. There's a great flow. You don't get too bored. So when you're not bored, you don't do things maybe that you shouldn't, you know. And the corral also gave everybody kind of that barrier where we were able to watch the show without ever stepping into the corral if your name wasn't called. So I enjoyed that night very, very much.
Yeah, and here's King David and Steel City fighting it out. I do love that idea. Now, basically what we're going to really try to do is have you guys that are fighters, that have no championships yet, that haven't even won one night, I'm going to call you guys like the fighters. You guys are our main fighters, right? And then when you have had one championship, like Spartacus, like Moose, like you guys that have won, you're going to be the Tier 1 fighters. Tier 2 is when you have about 3 championships or more. So you know, like me, Street, Rand with his 5, we're going to be the Tier 2 fighters. And we're going to try something new with the Tier 2 fighters, a new game mode actually. So on Friday nights even, and on Sunday nights if we want, but especially Friday nights for exhibition matches between rounds, we're going to try like a survival mode.
Yeah, so the idea is to throw a champ in there that's at least Tier 2, because they need to have a new kind of challenge, these boys and girls. So we're going to send them there, and then we're going to send their way new fighters, non-tiered fighters, one by one.
See how many they can survive.
See how many of them can they go through before they're knocked out.
So
and then try to set a new record for the crew in the league.
Exactly. So for example, like let's say Rand is fighting, same rules apply. No cards, no gold, no things like that.
No healing.
So maybe he knocks out 6 guys, and then maybe I go up and I knock out 4, and maybe Moose goes up, although Moose is only Tier 1 right now, but I know he wants to give it a shot too. Like let's say he gets 5. So just for example, and then we're going to keep those stats as well so that players like me and Rand that have been winning too many times, and Rand, especially you with your crazy wins.
Keep you guys
busy. It's to keep us busy
while we make more Tier 2 fighters.
Yes.
Right? The idea is as more and more champions win, we're going to make more and more Tier 2 fighters, and we'll be able to have a Tier 2 bracket where if you're in that bracket, you know you're going to get beat. You know what you're going to get into. You know how to block. You know the mechanics by them. You know what you're getting into. Yeah. Because the Tier 1 fighters, when we face you guys, I'm sorry, but it's a little bit overwhelming. And
here's tonight's champion, King David, NDSB.
I
love that.
I remember that feeling of winning my first championship, and you want the members to get their chance to get that. It's so epic.
Yeah,
it's so
it feels so good. I know a lot of you out there, a couple of you even today told me, once I win one, I'm retiring. And I'm like, no, because now we'll move up into a different tier, right? And it'll be so much fun to keep it going on those different levels. So here we moved over on Sunday. We tried to take another bunch of pictures around the table.
Yeah, I enjoyed the ride, so we did it again.
Yeah.
We met up in Rhodes. We took a ride all the way down to Braithwaite Manor.
Yeah.
We got together for a little NDSB dinner, you know. I was about to do a little bit of a blessing for the crew, you know, make sure the evening goes well. So all the sons of bitches, we met up around the table, you know.
Had our 420 and did our religious prayer.
And then we got to business. So I figured, you know what, we would fight in that little pond there, get our little toes wet while we fight. And it's not deep, so it doesn't really interfere with the fighting, and it gives that beautiful ring, that nice arena look that I enjoy.
And what I like about this, same thing, if you're not too close to the pool, if you were pressed up against the pool, sometimes fighters locked on you, but for the most part, you didn't interfere in the fights as well, and I like that.
And our fighters are getting used to it. They see when the fighters are moving towards them, they're able to take those little steps backwards, they anticipate. And so I really enjoy the ethics that are there at Fight Night. Because as time goes on, we're becoming a tight-knit community, and I think that's what most sons of bitches appreciate. We hang out on Discord, we play and other games, and hang out on other nights of Fight Night. I'm really getting to know you guys, your kids sometimes.
Your dogs.
Yeah, your pets, with everything we're posting on the group chats and all that. So I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's a great community.
I've actually said
more than just the Fight Nights. It's growing to be a lot more.
Like I've said actually in a previous video, I never thought that you could really have an online community that you actually care about, and it's nice that it really is possible. I think I have to say a quick shout out and a quick thanks to Dark Cops for all of his help this week, and he also helped me create a URL, a tiny URL for Not Those Sons of Bitches, because of course some of you know I've been communication banned all week, and it lifts tonight at 7:58, just in time, 2 minutes before our event. So I'm sorry if I didn't send you a message back. That's one of the reasons, and I know a lot of people were jumping on Honeybee too, that I created a different one, but I really just want to keep Honeybee as my main account. Obviously, hopefully I don't get banned again, and so I really wanted to also, Spartacus surprised me yesterday and bought me actually, and bought himself and ordered them online, 2 t-shirts, and they say Not Those Sons of Bitches and the NDSB crew, right? And it says my name, it says Honeybee NDSB above it, and he got himself one that says Spartacus. And the minute yesterday that I got it, I was so excited that I put it onto Discord, and then right away Moose and Dave and Succubus and other people are saying, hey, I want one too. So Spartacus thankfully set up a way for you to kind of make it's not really a donation, but it is like a donation, but you can make it as a t-shirt donation, so if
you go on our website, if you give us a $40 donation, that will grant you a t-shirt. Now it's $40 Canadian, it's $29.95 American, and that will also include the delivery of your t-shirt and your personalized gamer tag on the t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little price to wear proudly your colors, and I'm so proud about the group that we've created that I wanted to have that shirt so bad. So.
And at the end of the video, you can check them out, and you can see how to order them or whatever. So we come back here to the semifinals. We did get a little bit angry this night. I have to say I swore more than I usually do. And there was a great epic battle between Rend and Moose. And Moose is coming for you this week. We'll see if he can move on up those tiers on Sunday night. But Rend fought it out here with Moose. We had to take a little rematch, but it was an epic fight, you guys. Man, I love watching you guys fight. I'm watching, I'm analyzing, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you, Rend. I will win one of these days.
Yeah. Well, the slope is pretty steep for some of us, so that's why we're going to be adding now new game modes to challenge these guys, because they're pretty tough, and we'll see how many of us it takes to actually knock one of these bastards out. Yeah.
I like fighting like that. Actually, I often fight like that when I'm traveling around and roaming around. I'm like, okay, there's 3 or 4 of you guys. Let's see how many I can knock out before I take a health tonic. And I know, not a health tonic, but like a piece of food. And I know Ren does the same thing. So Ren managed to knock out Moose. You see it there. And then I had to fight him. But I tell you, man, I wasn't feeling it. I was so stressed out. No making excuses, because Ren knows, man, he is a great fighter. And he puts up one hell of a fight every time. But Moose had him down way more than I did. I couldn't even keep up that night, man.
Yeah, it's very difficult with a non-16 player bracket to make it with an even ending. So we had 3 of these guys duke it out, but it became obvious because Ren was able to knock both Honeybee and both Moose. So as you can see, he became a 5-time champion that night.
Yeah.
And he is in a league of his own at this moment.
He sure is, that son of a bitch.
All right, well, congratulations, Ren. And here is the stats for Friday and Sunday's night.
And you can see there's the t-shirts looking fine. There are no makeup and everything, you guys. Oh my goodness,
they
people
look
snapping
awesome,
shots on me.
Hey, if you want one, go to our Discord. There's a link, or on our website, and give us a little donation, and I'll send that t-shirt your way. It was a pleasure seeing you guys, and see you next week for Fight Night.